Hey, loves. It is Laura Key. La la. And I thought today, instead of doing a written post, I want to just come on and talk about some of the things that I'm going through and what I would like to see change in my life and in this world. Years ago, I purchased a book called Rituals for Living. It's a dream book and it's a planner. And I started doing it and then I put it down. Life happened. I think COVID had started and it was just such a crazy thing going on in the world. But what it's about, it's more than just a dream planner. It's not dreams that you think, oh, one day I wanna. It's actually steps to get you through and planning for what you want in your life. Um, I'm a little lost. I'm a little lost. And I know that I can't be the only one in the world who's feeling a little lost right now with so many things going on politically, so many things going on emotionally with people, feeling of loneliness, not really knowing what to do with their lives. We all kind of refreshed and restarted. During COVID, people either got divorced, they got married, they bought houses, they sold houses, they changed the way they did things with their family. They changed their fitness. I, for one, changed my fitness. I got healthy at a healthy weight, and things changed because it seems that we were able to refocus on things that was more important than what we had been running in the rat race. So that's why I had gotten this dream book. So, because I'm still really struggling with the death of my sisters, um, I have decided to change some things that I want in my life. And so I thought that I would just journal this with you and share this with you on my journey. Because maybe you're doing the same thing, right? Maybe you're doing the same thing and you feel alone and you just feel like, oh God, I can't even talk about this with other people. And yes, you can, because we all are going through something at some point of the day. This is why I say always be kind. You never know when someone is angry, upset, hurt, uh, because something had happened to them. So, they may snap at you just because you're the first person that they see. And, so let's try to be kind. I know that the world is really crappy right now. I don't agree with a lot of things that are happening here in our country, but it starts with us. And in order for us to make the change, it starts with us. And then it starts within our household. And then it starts on our street. And then it starts in our neighborhoods. And then it starts in our communities. And that is the only way that it can start. You just can't eat the whole elephant at one time. You have to eat the elephant one bite at a time. So I want to live the rest of my life with meaning and purpose. And I know for a fact that the purpose, my main purpose in life is music. I've known that ever since I was a child, but then life got in the way. I had a kid at 16 years old who I'm extremely proud of. I had to take a little detour at age 16. So instead of traveling the world and singing when I wanted to when I was in my 20s, it seems like I never got to it. I ended up getting a job that I made sure that that got important, and then this got became important, and then that became important. All the whole time, my body was screaming, my spirit and my soul was screaming, you need to sing. And it became something that I couldn't ignore. And with the death of my sisters, you always hear that you never know how much time you have. You don't. You don't know how much time you have. So I have been working very hard vocally to learn things that I want to learn and improve upon. I've reached out to a couple of friends for help on that who are excellent singers, and they've been so kind to help me. So I've been working on that. But I want to share some of the things that I am working towards. So there are 6 areas in your life that we're going to focus on, that I am going to focus on, and I want to connect to those. And one of them is physical wellness. I feel like I'm a little sliding a little backwards with my physical wellness, because I am a stress eater, and I don't feel like my plan is what it should be. I think I've gotten out of it a little bit, and I want to get back to that so that I can be the best physically and take care of the temple that God has blessed me with, to be better at that. So I want to get back at that. That's number one. Number two, I'm focusing on my psychological and spiritual health. I am not going to lie and say I'm working through this grief by myself. I'm not. I have a therapist. And I am talking to that therapist. There is nothing wrong with talking to a therapist. In our Black communities, we don't know, we don't talk to therapists. We do this on our own. No, go get a therapist, and or go to your minister. If you believe that the church is the way, go to your minister. And also, there are many ministers that have degrees that deal with your psychological. So talk to them, because you may not see everything that is before you. You only have tunnel vision on what you feel, when someone else from the outside is looking in and can give you answers. So that's number two. Three is creation, exploration, and play. That to me is a part of what I'm doing, singing and musically. Many of you know I have a guitar. I'm nowhere near where I want to be. I kind of got into the habit of playing every day, and then after January, I didn't play as much as I wanted to play. So getting back to that. So creation, exploration on things that I've always wanted to do and never thought that I could, or put it to the side, and play, more play, more laughter, more enjoying little moments. That's working for me. Number four, connecting with my community. I am going to tell you, I have been really shitty about that. Period. I've been in my bubble. I've gotten away from my communities. It's easy to hide your grief and your pain when you hide from people. And I have some dedicated people who have been keeping up with me, who've been checking on me, and you know who you are. And I am very grateful for that. But I'm going to be working on my connection, because I've gotten away from that. And I think that that's very important. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Livelihood, career, and influence. My livelihood has been tied to real estate. I've never really asked a lot of you guys I have nonchalantly, but I'm not a hard seller. I never have been. I feel like when you're ready, you're ready. But I'm asking you now. My livelihood is my real estate. And if you need help with real estate, regardless of wherever you are, I'm an international realtor. Come to me, please. I would be very grateful for your business, and I will take good care of you. So I just asked. That's my livelihood. My career is definitely real estate, but it's also shifting to other things. And that's okay too, because like I said, I want to sing more. So if that means singing out, that's part of my career as well. And I'm going to be doing more of that, and influence. I'm hoping that whatever I do in my life right now, and share with you, helps you in some tiny little way. I've always said we all have a light that we need to share. And when someone else's light is dim, we need to help ignite their light. And that's influence. So if it's some kind of way that I can help someone by sharing my journey, that is my goal. And finally, the sixth is relationship and family. And I can definitely say that my husband and I have become a lot tighter, especially during COVID, especially after the loss of my sisters. My family means the world to me. I am so super proud of my son. And if you don't know, because I can say this because he shares it with the world, he's sober. He suffered with alcoholism for many years and he's sober. I'm grateful to see him thriving, healthy, and enjoying this life. My husband and I laugh more. We're doing music together more. That is super uber important to me. So those are the 6 things that I am going to be working on with this dream journal. And take notes. Maybe you want to do the same. So here are some questions that I want you to answer honestly. And you need to answer them as if no one will ever see them but you. Maybe sometimes I'll share something with you, or maybe, these are just questions for us all to be looking at. The first question is, what are you longing for most in this life? What are you longing for most in this life? 2, when you're at the end of your life, what is it that you have accomplished? What do you want to have accomplished at the end of your life? 3, if you knew you had 1 year left, would there be anything that you want to fix or clean up? 4, what are you ready to let go of? Habits, attitudes, obligations, beliefs, outdated goals that is not serving you. 5, what do you want to explore more deeply? 6, what would make life feel ridiculously fun? 7, what feels really nourishing in your life? 8, of all the things you've done or accomplished in your life, what has given you the deepest sense of fulfillment when you have been most proud of yourself? And 9, where do you find yourself not being fully present in your life or not participating fully? These are the 9 questions that I am going to take time on. I'm not giving myself a time frame. I'm going to work on these every day. I don't know when I'm going to be finished with these 9, but I hope that you join me on this journey. And then the next time that I come on, I'll be able to share something with you from my list. But guess what? You don't. Don't keep putting off something that you want in your life because you don't have time. You don't know when you're going to leave here. So live each life like it's the last day. And now you need to live it with purpose. Ooh, boy, I got vulnerable. But that's what I'm working on. And I hope that I have inspired you in some kind of way to work on it for your life as well. So until next time, I'm wishing you nothing but love, light, and blessings. Why not go out on a limb? Isn't that where the fruit is? Boy, that really means so much more than when I used to say it before January. Mwah. Bye, everybody.